It is Monday once again. The first day of December. First day of Christmas, I guess. Well, not if there's only 12 days of Christmas. It would not be the first day of Christmas. But hope you all are starting off your weeks well. Morning, Mr. Robin, Mr. Michael, Mr. B. Shady, Mr. Ed. Hope you five fine gentlemen are doing great this morning. I cannot believe it is December already. I keep saying this every few episodes about how time seems to be going faster nowadays, but I don't know. Seems like not long ago the world was supposed to end on December something of 2012. Here we are 13 years later already. So time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Speaking of having fun, I had a wonderful time at work last night. Completely boring. Wouldn't expect any more of a Sunday night. So what did I carry? Well, I carried my sword shade with zirconium inlays and pretty clip and a ruby as the pivot and a beautiful blade shape and a thumb ramp and just enough jimping and one fault that I learned about last night that I will talk about. Yeah, Y2K was just a little while ago too, it seems. This one has an issue. I will discuss that shortly, but in my back pocket I had my new neutralizer with the perfect action, and I keep trying to feel this knife to make sure it's not getting a loose pivot, because man, does it just have the smoothest action. But yeah, I had that in the back pocket, back right pocket, and then in the back left pocket I had this one. Well, I took this one, and I did actually take this one to work with me this time. And I found a proper screwdriver to take it apart and adjust it. And now I've got it adjusted better than the new one. It did have a little bit of play. It's about the same as the new one. So the new one has absolutely zero play. This one had just a minuscule amount. So I took it apart, totally took it apart. Took that little piece out, the adjustment screw, all that stuff. Cleaned it, put oil where I was supposed to, put it back together, and it is bank vault tight, except that I have to give it a little oomph or face it down when I open it, and that makes it to where it opens and it is just super locked up. But sometimes it fails, and I'm hoping it'll just break in. As long as I just give it a little bit of help. If I go down with it, but if I go up with it, it fails. So I've got the tolerances set about perfect for it to break in and be right, I hope. And I don't mind when I grab it just giving it a little bit of wrist until it, see there it went again. But I might have to adjust it. See, it keeps failing. So something I learned about that the little screw that's in the blade, the little round screw that's got all the little notches in it so that the set screw locks into those notches. Well, whoever assembled this one originally did not do it properly. And once you get the set screw almost tight, you have to turn that little dial and you can feel it kind of click into place to where the set screw is in one of those little half sphere cutouts, divot things around that screw. Anyway, when they assembled it, they just set it up good, and then they just tightened the set screw, and it was between two of those little things. So it pushed down on the screw and made a little spot on there. So they didn't go either side into one of the little grooves. They went right in the middle, and it made a little notch to where it's not adjustable as much as it should be, because they kind of stripped it. They didn't really strip it, but so I'm hoping that after a little bit of use and maybe a little bit more oil, that it'll start opening every time. But if I do need to adjust it, come on, reset, then I will. But like I said, most of the time I don't mind just giving it a little extra, and it works fine. But it is super locked up. Oh yeah. So your Christopher, your Arcona, you cleaned it up. I would rather have it misfire a couple of times and work into place to where it's bank vault tight like it's supposed to be, than go back a little bit and have a little bit of play. But like I said, that little screw that they use, whoever assembled it did not do it correctly. Yeah. I was trying to, let me hop over here real quick. Oh, that was loud. Show you what I'm talking about really quick. I hope he shows it. He should show it. Well, I know he shows it. It's just a matter of where it is. I think it's coming up right here. Hold on just a second and I'll flip over and show y'all. Man, he moves so fast through this little thing that he covers a lot on this video. There we go. I just saw it.
Forwards, it doesn't move, because what we've done is we've bottomed out that stop pin into the bottom channel of the chassis. So that's going to be too tight. So what we're going to need to do is back this off a little bit. Make sure that we have free travel here. Next thing we want to do is we want to install that small set screw. So on this set screw, that's going to go into that little small hole on the back of the blade that you guys can see there. Now there's a couple of ways to do this. Here is one way. Sure, nothing. I
swear he showed the little piece somewhere. Maybe I missed it.
That's going to be too out. We're going to try to very, very all the way. Take your T20 is that you need to do for purposes of this Loctite here on.
Yeah, there you go. So you can see those little notches around there. So the set screw comes in and it's supposed to lock in with the roundness of those little notches. Well, when this guy put it together, he screwed it right on the point between two notches. So it made like a triple notch where it can kind of slide back and forth, which gives you a little bit more fine adjustment. I guess if I tighten the set screw tight enough, it really won't matter. So it might give me, but you can see there, it's supposed to, so what you do is you get the set screw almost tight enough, and then you can rotate this and you feel it drop into one of those little pockets. And what you need to do is drop into the closest pocket to what gives you perfect lockup. Anyway, I showed that yesterday. I don't know why I showed it again today, but I just felt the need because I had to work on that knife last night. Good morning, Pete. Yeah, what's in the pockets today? Still got your J cape? Yeah, we saw that yesterday. Good morning, Sever. You got the Penitentia. It's a wild knife. Mac 2 Monday. That's a good pocket check. So I said this knife had an issue and I was going to talk about it. Let me tell you what it is. So it made me realize there's parts of knives and knife design that you cannot really experience until you use a knife. So if the knife designer of this knife and the company that made it didn't carry this in their pocket, they would not notice the problem that I noticed. And so that makes sense. But it has a major flaw, and it could have been fixed easily, but it's something I want to consider when making my own design. So what it is when you have this knife in your pocket, and it is just like this in your pocket. Let me see if I did find my pocket, but now I've lost my pocket again. I thought I had my pocket. There's my pocket. Let me just show you. So when you put this in your pocket, in your front pocket, so it's going to be tucked over to this side of your pocket where the blade is locked in over here. If you've got anything else in your pocket and you need to reach in your pocket past your knife, the part of the knife that you come in contact with when reaching into your pocket needs to not have any sharp edges that feel like a razor blade. Good morning, TC. So, this one, last night I had something else in my pocket and I was at the gas station and I went to reach in my pocket to grab what else I had in my pocket. I think it was some change or something. A lighter, I don't know. It was either a lighter or some change. But I reached in and I instantly jerked my hand back because I thought I was bleeding. And I don't like my knives causing me to bleed, especially when it's not the blade and they're not open. So what it was this corner right here of the scales where the cutout is for the lanyard hole. It's got a corner right here. This top corner is sharp as a razor blade. So it scratched the heck out of my hand and I thought I was bleeding. So that is just another design that I hadn't realized about, that on the back side where your hand's going to be rubbing in your pocket past the knife, it needs to not have a sharp corner. I don't know if y'all can see that sharp corner, but there's no chamfering on that corner. There's chamfering around the edges, but then it stops right at the corner. And I don't know, man, it's so sharp. I could literally show you on the back of this metal thing right here, probably. You see if I can get it. Yeah, it's a very sharp edge. You can see where it just went into that metal, but it's this top edge right here. So, like I said, a person that designed it and had not had it in their pocket would not necessarily catch that edge right there. But I caught it. It's only the second time I've carried this knife, and I love this thing. It's super comfortable. But now I know I just got to round that off with with the Dremel, so I can fix that. But it's going to change the color a little bit on that corner, and that kind of makes me angry. Makes me want to bead blast the whole thing, but then I can't because I can't get these inlays out, so it causes a whole big thing. But needless to say, I think it's probably got some other sharp edges if I was to really check. That one right there is bad. It's on the other side too. This up here is pretty sharp too. That's all right. Sharp edges. Something to think about. And it's all because of that pretty lanyard piece. And then wanting to cut out this back corner. So I like it. I like the style. I like the cutout. But I wish they would have rounded that edge right there. Man, it got me good. All right. What yeah, bottle openers. We've talked about that. The knife instantly goes in the garbage if it's got a seatbelt cutter or a bottle opener. I've not seen one yet that I didn't look like a gas station knife. About the only thing I can actually deal with is like a gut hook on a knife, and maybe first responders knives to have some kind of cutter on them. There's one of those made by somebody that has a cutter on it that's actually kind of nice. I can't remember who makes it. Was it Kaiser? It's got like EMS in the letters or first responder knife or something. It's some kind of letter knife. I don't know. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. It's got a blunt tip on it for cutting clothes and stuff. Something else. TC. If you want to buy this, it's probably available to you. Just give me a couple of days. But it's probably could be yours. You said something yesterday about if I sold it, do you want it? Hit me up on the Discord. I'll hit you up on the Discord in a couple of days about it. And did y'all know, but you might not want it because it was OEM by Kaiser. I'm just joking. Morning, Cliff. I'm not necessarily selling it, Robin, but TC might can buy it. I don't mean that to sound ugly, but if TC wants it, he can probably have it. All right, let's see. It is Monday of a new week. I am upset about nobody getting their cedars yet, and nobody even asking about where they are. But oh yeah, the Proteans. Scott, morning. Discord Protean comparison. Is that what we had? I don't have Discord open. Hold on. Be shady. You ever play CeeLo? We need to get down in a game of CeeLo sometime. What you know about CeeLo? All right. Oh, you're getting your croc today, Pete? That's super cool. So, comparison. Oh, and you said in the links channel? Oh, yeah, somebody on Reddit showed it. I saw that earlier. I thought you meant you were showing us. Be Shady, you didn't hear me ask you about CeeLo, did you? Did you ever play CeeLo? When you stepped away? Yes, I saw that Reddit post. Well, let's go look at it anyway. So yeah, you can see the machining lines. That's a dead giveaway. But they also didn't make that version, so that's another dead giveaway. I'd say that one. I can't tell, but probably that one. The finger choil area is probably going to be a tell. Yeah, this one's a lot closer. So those two look the same, and these two look the same to me. Yeah, that's how you can tell. Oh, I didn't even see your 1 and 3, but yeah, these two, the finger choil. See how this one comes down, and this one's longer. This one's got the long one too, and this one's got the short one. So these two, 1 and 3, and 2 and 4. But that was the first thing I noticed. Let's see what else we can notice. Oh, the shape of the hole is big time tell, and the width of the swedge. Look how wide the swedge is on the clones. Two real ones, the swedge is way smaller. See what else we see. So the screw hole. Let's look at this line right here. You can see it good on these two, so let's compare these two. That's pretty close, but there's a little difference in this curve right here. The real one kind of makes it a little harsher, and it's more rounded off on this one. A little bit of a more of a dip on both of these. You can't see that one good because of the color. Yep, I used to play CeeLo and craps when I was younger myself. Yeah, Michael, I always like watching. I always like seeing comparisons between the clones and the real ones. While we're here, see if anything else is going on. High voltage green mini FSD two-tone. Pretty cool knife. Looks like he had to shake the heck out of it. Wow. He just said he will I will no longer contact people about a purchase. He just got done saying that he would let everybody that bought the full size one buy a mini one. But he's been catching a bunch of hell the winter pudding guy, and it is exactly like I thought. So he posted this picture that said a portion of the pins on the early SD units were not assembled with Loctite retaining compound. So the adjustment pins that you use, he had to glue them in, and some of the first ones didn't get glue, so they'll come out or turn, which is sucks. So a bunch of people get angry at him, and he talks about, this one guy brought up a fact. He says, are you going to address anyway, okay, right here, okay, wrongdoer said, and what of my issue about my warped factor XL scale? Are you going to get back to me on that or what? And the winter pudding guy said, what do you want me to say? Have you been buying from Jufool for almost a year? What do you want me to do now that you didn't ask him to respond to the problem? It's your designs, my dude. Fix my issue and send me a new scale or a replacement knife. If you don't, I'm done with your products and will never buy from you again. So, come to find out, the winter pudding guy is the designer of the knife. He was making them for Jufool, and he's not honoring anybody that bought them from Jufool, even though he designed them, evidently. So just like I've been talking about the last few weeks about me thinking he was the designer, somebody else said, I appreciate you letting us know you don't care about customer issues unless they bought multiple products over multiple years. Makes it a lot easier to decide which company to buy from. And he responded with translation error. I mean, he bought it from someone else at the beginning and he should find the seller to solve it instead of asking me to finish it a year later. So somebody else said, I didn't sell it to him. I just made it. I made it wrong, but that doesn't matter. Got it. So it was pretty wild. Yeah, we're talking clones. He's getting blasted. This winter pudding guy was associated with one of the other clone makers, Be Shady, named Jufool, and Jufool sold all the winter pudding knives. But this guy split off and started making his own clones, and now the quality isn't the greatest on his own. Jufool did a better job of getting them put together. So he's catching hell and people saying they're not going to support him anymore. Yeah, I don't think it's been a year. I don't think he bought it a year ago and is asking for a scale. I think it's much more recent. And I think it came that way. It's not something he did to it. But I could be wrong about that. I have no clue. But I trust that it's probably not that old. Yeah, except it's not that easy, TC, because the designers and the makers over there work a lot more closely hand in hand, assembling knives and stuff like that. So these two guys were wrapped up completely tighter than just a designer for a big knife company. But I would say whoever he bought the knife from is responsible for replacing it if something is wrong. Not the designer, but if the designer helped assemble it and was right there splitting the money with the guy, that if it was a combo deal, then maybe he's partially responsible. Yeah, Jufool's been a jerk. to me and lots of other people, but I still buy his knives. He blacklisted me instantly just for, you know, trying to ask about the tracking info being weird, because it was long time ago, and I didn't know how they made a label here in the States, and it didn't show movement until it got here to the States. So it could sit there for 2 weeks, which is kind of what I was talking about earlier when I said I wonder where my cedars are and why anybody hasn't posted about the cedars. And I sent a message about my cedars and didn't get a response. So I finally did get a response in the middle of the night last night. And so I bought these knives. Let me just say when I bought them, get this all. I bought them on November 12th. So 18 years, 18 days ago, I bought these knives. Within a day or so, he marked them as shipped. And then I messaged him yesterday because they haven't even. It usually shows movement in the United States within 18 days, and it hasn't shown anything. So I was like, "Hey man, what's going on with the knives? Like, where are they?" So his response was this. Said, "Hello, friend. The shipment is in normal transit. Due to an excessive number of orders, there has been a delay in dispatching. Please rest assured that everything is normal. Thank you." So I was like, what do you mean it hasn't even shipped yet? But I guess what he means is that he shipped it, but it didn't get shipped until late. But 18 days to not even make it to the U.S. kind of stinks. But that was for the 3 new cedars that I bought. Anyway, I wondered why anybody else hasn't posted on Reddit about not getting theirs yet. Oh, really, TC? The Martin has a ton of grease in it? Now you make me want to see the grease. Now I want to see the grease. Yeah, Robin. It hasn't. Mine's, it just shows that crazy label in Illinois, whatever mine does. Now I want to see the grease. Mine felt pretty perfect, and I didn't see anything leaking out of it, but grease wouldn't leak out of it. Oh, by the way, I did find yeah, Michael, I saw that he said he wasn't going to talk about it anymore. I found a screwdriver that fits that screw on the Vespas, that little set screw. It was one of my big jeweler, whatever, little cheap kits. I found one that fit perfectly, so I didn't have to modify one. So I did find that, which was good. Yeah, Michael, on that post I was reading, he said it's something about it being over and he wouldn't address him publicly anymore or something. But I didn't go. I'll go look at that in a second. I want to see this grease. So I'm guessing it only has grease right around the pivot. Oops, why did I take those 2 screws out? Oh well. Yeah, I've not had any kind of problems with his where I had to order something. I mean, get a replacement of anything. But like, wow. That's the wrong screwdriver. But like Green Thorn has sent me a ton of stuff. Tools, full part sets, all kinds of stuff. All right, let's see this grease. Or does the clip go all the way through? No. Should come apart. Oh, wow. Mine looks bone dry, TC. Where am I not seeing it? Where was the grease? Yeah, you must have got a weird one because mine looks completely dry, like not even just a little bit of oil right there. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I don't see anything in here. Like not even any oil in the blade or nothing. Maybe it does have just the tiniest bit of grease. But like hardly, I can't even see it hardly. Maybe it's super thin. Huh. Weird. It doesn't surprise me that two knives are completely different. That seems to happen quite often. Pretty wild that they have all kinds of different people putting them together, and some people get overzealous with the oil and whoa. Now I gotta get the silly backspacer lined up again. Don't cut me, knife. There we go. I didn't even add no oil. Yeah, it's also how your attitude translates. You catch more flies with honey, right? What they say. I want to see that grease though on TC's. I'll go to the Discord in just a second, TC. I don't know why I took the screws off on this side, but it worked out. Able to pop it back in place. Yeah, you always start off. It's like that meme about the first razor out of your 5-pack when you buy a Mach 3 or Mach whatever, Mach 4 razors. The first 4 of them last like a week each. And the the last one lasts like 6 months. Same kind of deal. Whenever you start adding oil, you start or doing anything repetitive, you're always going to put more on at some point than others. I know. Have y'all seen that meme? And I know you know what I'm talking about because I do the same thing. Whenever I buy those blades, they're expensive and yeah, it could have been made on a Friday. They were like slam, 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 boom. All right, let me see those Discord pictures. Oh yeah, yeah. Mine, mine looked nothing like that. Wow. Yeah, that's way too much. Somebody got a little excited, didn't they? At work. They couldn't. Huh? Yeah. Way too much. Mine just had a super thin coating. What did Ed say? Sever sent a link. What's going on? What do we got here? AliExpress. Oh, cabbage. What is the Junzi outdoor store? We got to go check that out too. What is this cabbage? Is it a clone of something? I have not seen that knife. December 14th, 2004. Cabbage is a brand. Well, I didn't assume, I didn't think it was probably called the cabbage, but why I asked if it was a clone of something. It's a mini folding knife, M390, camping cutter, pocket knife, outdoor survival knife, EDC tool. Why is it 200 and... Oh yeah, I didn't go to this store. What else do they sell? Why is it so expensive? Babic, there's that same knife. There's that one with the textures. That 6-leaf. Yep, that's another 6-leaf, sells that one too. It seems kind of high on that knife. How much how big is that thing? Let's see. Oh wow, it's tiny, tiny. I mean, it looked tiny, but he said it's a fruit knife. Yeah, it is a little chode. Hey Google, what's 155 millimeters in inches?
155 millimeters is 6.102 inches.
Wow. 6 inches overall length. That's pretty tiny. And that makes me wonder why the price is what it is even more. I like it though. For what it is, for a little... It reminds me of, well, size-wise, it reminds me of like my small Ace Riv. He said Chody Foster. Pete, I can't wait for you to check out that croc and tell us what you think about it. Where is my Ace Riv? I don't even know where my giant mouse knives live in my case anymore. I thought they were up here in the front, but they're not. I don't even see my giant mouse knives. That's no good. Aha. Yeah, I think I'm selling my Ace Riv because it's too small. But how long is this one? I'm curious about knife length now. 6 inches. 6 inches. The white stripes. Good band. Which one did you get, Pete? The black with the white stripe? All right, Robin. See you later, buddy. I was trying to find a 6-inch knife, but I can't find one. Imagine that. Y'all know I've got a for sale bag over here. It should have one in them though. Unless I sold my ace rib. I don't remember. Oh my goodness. That was not cool at all. One of my for sale bags had fallen on the floor. When I went to open it up, the knives fell out. That was not cool. They hit other knives. Dang it. But I found my little one that's for sale. And I think it might be about the same size. That is the Ace Rib. Let's see if it's 6 inches. Oh man, it's not even 6. It's 5 3/4. But I can still get 3 fingers on it if I use that forward choil and not get the 4th on it. But that little knife is not much bigger than that one, which is pretty small compared to everything else. Pete, I thought you might have actually bought the one I sent a link to you to about. I tried to pick the one I thought you would get, and I was wrong. The one I sent you the link to was the blue and purple one with the black blade. I thought you might like that colorway. Then I remembered you don't like blue. Yeah, I've always been able to let my dog out in the backyard as well. I bred Jack Russells for a lot of years. Okay, Sever. I don't know, Pete. Good question. Let me see which ones I don't want. How do I know which ones are which, Sever? You'll have to, I just had the bag laying over there with my ducks in it, though. I just touched that bag. Ow, man, my legs, my knees have been hurting sitting over, bending over like I do at this table. Good morning, Cat Scratch. That guy I was talking about made this clone too, that Chun whatever, the one I said was making some of those other clones. And I almost bought this knife again because I forgot I had it. Ow! Ow! I'm about to stick my stupid leg up in the screen to stretch it out. Yeah, I forgot I had that knife. But none of those are ducks. They must be over here. All right, Sever. Help me figure out. I changed the pivot on one of these. I think was from Lemifshi. I put the geared pivot in it. I think it's this one right here. Well, I think it was blue. See you later, Michael. Have a good one. I don't remember which ones are Lemifshi. Let me start by saying which ones are available. How about that, Sever? So, I think this one is available. And this one is available. And this one is available. So 2 and 3 are Lemifshis. None of these are Lemifshi. Are you sure this one's Lemifshi? Because it's got the geared pivot and I only changed it on one of his. Thought you fool used that pivot. And I thought this might be. Yeah, I thought this one might be too. Because it's got the old pivot. You want the 3 slot one? Which one of these is M390? Can y'all tell me that? Are they both M390? The ducklings? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I thought this one might be a you fool, because I know I swapped one of these two. It might be this one. I swapped. This might be a Lemifshi, and this might be a Jufool. Both the ducklings are M390. Thank you, Sever. I would have had to go look up my purchase. Is this one M390 too? The Skelly one? Those 3 are for sale if anybody wants them. I guess. If you want any of those that were for set that I pulled out, those 3 that I pulled out, Sever, just let me know. Oh, something else I haven't done yet that I wanted to do was compare the version 2 neutralizer with the version 1. We put up this little tiny thing here. All right, so where's my other neutralizer? Let's see. Ow! Ow! I keep pinching myself with these stupid cases. Alright, neutralizer, where you at? Thought you were back here towards the back somewhere. There you are. Alright. See if the blade grind is different or anything. Number 1 and number 2. Yeah, that's pretty bad, severed, when you're like me and you. Alright. Let me zoom in and see if I can tell. Morning, William. Alright. Well, we got some shadows, but I'm wondering if the blade grind is any different. Y'all notice anything right off hand? I don't. Even the area by the pivot. If the blade grinds look. The angle on the blade grind on this one looks different. I don't know if y'all can see that. But this one makes a sharper angle up here than that one does. That one makes a, I think, they look a little different to me. I'm trying to get them where the light's hitting them the same. Do the cutout holes. They look pretty close. This one looks like this line hits higher up. It's like a little bit of a sharper angle on the grind. Otherwise, they look pretty close. Huh. I don't know, but man, this one, the action on this one is just buttery smooth. See this one. Oh. First one has pretty much buttery smooth action too. Little bit worse. That pivot's loose. What's going on with the pivot? What am I doing? Wrong. Oh, do they have T10 pivots? Dang it. I always forget that too. Yeah, I think the plunge line is a little different. I think they've got T10 pivots. Let's see, where's my T10? T10? That's it. That's probably why I didn't tighten it up. It might be T15. Yeah, that one doesn't have quite as good of action, but now it's locked up at least. No side-to-side play. Yeah, I think it might actually be a T15. Yeah, it looks like it was a little shallower, didn't it? I'm missing a bit. I hate that. I don't know what it is. Both pretty knives. I'm glad I got one of each version. I guess I need to put them back in the case together. All right, let me zoom back out. I don't know where I was, but I wasn't right there. Somewhere probably around there. Actually, I might have been one more out, but I was moved over. I don't know. Like that. I think that's where I was. Anyway, what else we gonna look at today, guys? Fellas? Let's go see if we can find some Black Friday deals. Sounds like a wiener. Let's run over to knife deals on Reddit first and see if anybody's posted anything over there. Going to enjoy some more coffee. Oh yeah, discontinued Spyderco models. I saw this post yesterday. 15 new old stock. handtools.com/Spyderco. New old stock. Some pretty crazy names. The Baby Horn, the Sustain, the Cue Ball, Little Lum, Chinese Folder. What is that? Well, that's a weird one. Little Lum, Chinese Folder. Little Lion. The Dog Tag Folder. Anybody seen one of those before? What, oh, look at that clip. That's got to be made out of plastic, right? Soft gray colored handle. Yes. Soft gray. It looks like the cheap, like, tool bags. Those roll-up tool bags, like, kind of thick, plastic, cheap stuff. That's a weird one, though. Laser engraving option. Positron, patata. What is a patata? Cat. Spyderco cat. I've heard of most of these other ones, but some of these top ones up here are weird. Delara 3. Delara 3-pin. Ball and spring action to help open and close this knife. It is made in Seki City, Japan. Oh yeah, that's got a weird ball crossbar. Look at that. Pretty wild. Got a spring, you know, like the Mannix, but it's shaped like a ball. Like it's alright looking knife, but I want to just feel. I want to feel the lock and how the action is on it. Weird. Anything else weird? What do we got here? This. Oh yeah, I've seen that one. The junction, yeah. Any more weird locks? Oh, this one has the cue ball. Okay, so that's what that little ball is. It looks like a cue ball. There we go. So that's the first one they made, and they decided to use that lock again. But it is like a little piece of porcelain cue ball. thoughts on the Aegis? I like it. Aluminum and black. Aluminum and gray. It's got the tweezers and pick like the utility knives. Kaiser does crossbar lock knives. Great. Got a little bit too short of a blade for me. 2.8 inches. But that's just me. But yeah, that cue ball, what a weird shaped little, I bet it's made out of porcelain too, maybe. Look how it interfaces with the blade down there. Like, I bet it has some pretty good detent. Yeah, the Feist 2 does look good, Sever. That's definitely one I added instantly to my knife swap alerts. Because I've got the Feist 1. And that titanium one, they got the 3 different blade shapes. That's what I like. But they all 3 have holes in them, which I don't like. But I would probably go with my standard, like, I'd probably go with that one. I like the holes better on it because they're uniform. Whereas this one kind of stops halfway. I don't know. But I might get that one just because. But see, once again, it's not centered. It's closer to the pivot, the holes are, than the back. There's more of a gap at the back, and I don't know why they didn't center it. So the only one that's like centered is that one. So why didn't they center the holes on all, or is that one? No, that one's closer to the pivot. Big gap. Closer to the pivot, big gap. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, I might get that one just because of how crazy it is. That Hawkbill. But my Feist 1 is super smooth. Like, it's buttery smooth. And it looks a lot like the scales look a lot the same. I compared them on video not long ago, but he said golden ratio. It's a Mandelbrot set. Don't you know? I mean, how ignorant are you? You don't know the Mandelbrot. All right, the Rays. Yeah, we looked at the Rays too. Uh, that one's more of a sever knife for sure. And they had crazy color combos. All right, good call on those. Yeah, he said right here, somewhere down here, he said, the a pivot is one thing, an entire scale is another. Either way, my issue is now considered resolved until further notice. I hope to not have to publicly ask for communication with Mr. Pudding or any other parties involved again. I forgot to mention that part when we were looking at it earlier. I think I bought a couple of knives last night or yesterday. Um, yeah, I don't remember what it was though. The guy's still talking about. Oh yeah, I tried to buy a Pictus, and I talked to that guy about the isotope again. He thinks it's worth what he's got it posted for. I asked him why it hadn't sold yet then. Uh, and he just didn't like that, I guess. But I just said, if it was priced right, it would probably sell pretty quickly. Uh, yeah, I don't have any problem communicating with any of the Chinese clone makers. I talk to Lemifshi quite a bit. Jufool, I've never had any problem when I ask him something. I mean, since he blacklisted me and I had to start a whole nother account, I had to return one knife because of how bad it was from AliExpress, and that guy blacklisted me. I did send it back though. It was a while ago. Can't even remember right now which one it was. But it was so bad I couldn't even fix it. No, Pete. That must be a new one we hadn't seen yet. I knew I should have gone to the KB site. I have not seen the Snorri. I don't like the name. Makes me want to call it the CPAP. This is the KB CPAP. Pretty sick looking blade though. I bet it's tiny. For some reason I think it's small. How small is it? Oh, 3.5 inch. Not bad. That would be the version I buy. Is it 8 inches overall? What we got? 7.9 almost. Check the back shot. Back shots of my position. Got you wishing. Wow, it's got a full one. It's one of those ones, not going to get dirt in that one. No siree. Clip looks pretty close to the lock bar cutout. Lock bar relief. I hope it don't snag your pants there. Jimping looks good. I like the pony poon for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen the new models on KB recently. What do they got? The Common Thread. That's a new one too. The Tactical Toucan. I bet Mr. Knives or Life has one of these. Don't forget to use code BOBDEAL if you do buy a knife from here. Wow, I don't know if he has one of those or not. That's pretty pricey. Not saying he couldn't afford it, but he might not want to pay that much for a KB. Yeah, Ed. I swear it's something in translation gets crossed. We say one thing without using the right adjective and it translates it to a whole nother adjective. and we said something about their mom, you know, accidentally. Oh, there's a Sever knife. Sever? That looks like a Dirk Pinkerton design, actually. It reminds me a ton of that, this knife. For some reason. I don't know why, but it kind of struck me as a whole different blade shape, but the handle, something about it. Maybe it's how long, maybe it's the proportions of the handle. But that most def, oh, it's just the most. You linked another knife? What do we got here? Oh, I bought that one, Sever. Yeah, I ordered that one about 3 days ago. You must have been absent the day I talked about it. That's a Rexford clone. Yeah, I got that one on the way. So we'll get to see it in a couple of weeks, hopefully. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get past the how far the pivot sticks out, but I hope I can. It sticks way out on both sides. And look where the detent ball hole is because of how close the blade is to the pivot. Way outside the knife. Like some of them show when you're closing it, but this is the first one I've seen where it was that far away because of how the pivot is so close to the end of the knife. Oh, Mitchell, happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas when it comes up. But that was the only problem I thought I might have with it is how far this sticks out. We talked about that one day because it does stick out. Mister said he couldn't deal with it. You can see it sticking out there. Let's see. What other? Yeah, we've seen the rest of these, but what's the common thread? I kind of like it. I don't know which version I would. I wish it didn't have all that stuff. 3.35 inch. Love the blade though. Oh, I had a couple of links. I don't know if y'all know, but Monterey Bay Knives did a release of the Rosalinda. So if anybody wants to grab a Rosalinda right now for $160, I got them. I went ahead and grabbed one. That's what I bought last night that I forgot. And I bought another one from here. I bought I went ahead and grabbed the pincher with this colorway because it had a 4-inch blade for $150. And I was like, why not add 2 more to my Monterey Bay Knives collection and get a 4-inch one? And the Rosalinda is a 3.75 inch blade. So 3.75 and a 4-inch. But Rosalinda is one I've been waiting on to come back around for a while now. Y'all know I bought the Old Guard or whatever it was I was talking about the other day about being on washers. So I got that one not long ago, so I thought I might as well get the other two they had available at the moment that I kind of like. I don't really like that one, but as far as the carbon fiber goes, I like that version the best. And I like the other side of it. I can hold it up that way. So those were two links I had that I forgot about. What was the other AliExpress knives? Oh yeah, I bought one of those ones I thought you would like, Sever 7, the 0454. The same day I bought that other one. And I bought a copy of the Quieback. This one right here. Just to check out. It's one of the clones that I didn't get back when they were available on DHgate from Zero Tolerance. So I decided I would grab one. I think these are the same ones, or at least the same maker. So I grabbed that one, and the same day I grabbed that other one you showed a minute ago, and the ZT 0454 that I thought you might like. This one right here. I grabbed the plain version of it. I'm curious to see how that feels. That's another, supposed to be a 4-inch blade. And 86 bucks, that's a great deal for that much titanium and blade. As long as the heat treat is decent, should be fun to play around with anodizing. Let's see, what else this morning? Did I have anything else in stuff for channel? Nope. I did not. There was something else in the pocket check. Oh, that was TC posting this same picture he posted in Knife Pics. The Martin and the shaking. Why are you shaking? Shocking. Shaking. Shocking. Yeah, I'm glad I bought the Martin, but it just has that weird place with the clip. Like I said, when you hold it, that forward choil. All right. Every time I pull this knife out, I have to ask somebody who made this and what it is. I think Robin told me last time. It's the Nightshade Night Horse. It's the Night Horse. But who makes it? I don't even... Is it asymmetrical? Is it beyond EDC? Night Horse? I think it might be. I think that's the asymmetrical logo. That's a big boy, though. Y'all know I've got big hands, and that thing is huge. Why is it so big? That's what she said. Hey, that one just opened. I didn't even have to shake it. Yeah, that's a big knife. Love these Vespas. Get you one. Everybody should get one of these Vespas Zero Blade plays. The ability to tune them the way you can makes them great. See there, it failed. I knew it was going to. Like I said, it's going to work itself in to be just perfect. Here with a few more flicks. And this one's already perfect. Being able to tune them like you can is super cool. Alright. Let's start winding this one down if y'all can't think of anything. Oh, we were going to go look for... We didn't do a very good job of looking for Black Friday knife sales. Black Friday. It's not Black Friday. I said that a minute ago, probably. Cyber Monday knife deals. Fixed blades, folders. $49 Voss Steed. What do we got here? Save 16% on Tops Knives Wood Nymph. 24% on a Kaiser Harpoon. Drop Bear. The Pendleton Hunter. That's a great little fixed blade. I've got that one. Very comfortable little knife. Oh, that's the Voss Steed Mink. 30% off. Cyber Monday deal. 3.33 inch is a pretty nice size for a EDC fixed blade. That has been one I've been wanting to try. I don't know why I shouldn't just add it to cart and buy one. I love my H-back. So, let's see. What else we got? Porcupine. $49. Is it only the ugly orange? Yep. All the rest, oh, the white and black one. That's about as ugly. 49 bucks. That one's 51 bucks. Way better looking knife. I don't have a porcupine. Porcupine. Oh yeah, half price is good. What do we got? Oh, I've got one of those. I told you I would sell you one of those. I've got two of them. You keep coming back around to it. I would sell it to you for $25 shipped. If you want one, William. Vision FG for 69 bucks. I don't know what is that what are they normally? Alright, so they're 25% off. They're normally 92. Yeah, you could dye that one any color you wanted too. Nitro V blade steel. That might be my pick of the ones you've asked about today. American Edge has 25% off. Spyderco and Microtex. Yeah, you could dye the handle on that white and black one, but I think, not that I care, but if you ask Metal Complex what his favorite EDC knife is, he will tell you it's the Vision for the price. All right, TC, yeah, give me a couple of days and I'll hit you up about it. Yeah, William, I've got the Damascus one too, the white and Damascus. I got this one. I think the porcupine for $49, if you could deal with the orange. Where was that deal? Okay, right here. Tough Light, 25% off of Praxis. Can't beat a good old practice. The raccoons, 25% off. Can't beat that. I'd say the $51, whatever color you like, whether you like the gray and gray or blue and silver, or if you can deal with the black and white, I'd say that's a great deal. I would almost spend more to get the, I like that one. Personally. I might just have to add that to cart. Is it 25% off? Yeah, it is. That's probably a good price on it. I'll add that one to cart because I need to have a porcupine. Go back here and see if there's any more. Under $100, $78 with the Ultim handle. Civivi Cindy. Isn't that the one? No. Huh. What else we got here? Klingman, Elementum 2. Code 4. 40% off the Code 4. That's a pretty good cold steel. It's very thin. Comfortable knife. I've got one of those. Baby Banner Fixed Blade, 25% off. Lowest price in 30 days. Think you're going to get a Bowie? Well, there you go. Why do they have that ugly orange? I guess it's red. But man, the lighting in that looks terrible. Oh, it's a regular, I forgot it's a regular plunge lock. Huh. No? Yeah? Or is it a top actuated? No, it's a top actuated liner. I just wasn't seeing how it interfaced. All right. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for talking knives with me today. If you hadn't smashed the like button, please do so on your way out. Help that algorithm. Black or white? Oh, I like the black one way better. And I don't even like black knives. But that black and blue looks way better than that white and red. Cat Scratch, you have a good day too, sir. Mr. Robin. Yeah, Robin, seems like you're stressing Monday. I hope you have a great Monday today, sir. He said orange goes hard. Well, then get you that one that was on sale for... Get you one of these right here then. The 49. Get that beautiful thing. if it goes hard. That's what she said. All right, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. If you need me, hit me up. If not, we will be back for Titanium Tuesday. Stay warm where you're at. Supposed to possibly get a little wintry mix today here. Sure everybody has some cold weather, especially up above me. Chicago, Illinois, supposed to have a bunch of snow, I guess. So stay warm wherever you're at. Some of you have no problem staying warm because you're in warm climate, like Mr. John in Hawaii. I envy him at times.